Hey, do you know that smug feeling when ChatGPT spits out halfway decent sentences and you go, yeah, that's pretty much what I would have written too. It's kind of cool. Except, let's be honest, you didn't, and you probably wouldn't have. But hey, why bother writing a first draft when AI can do it faster, cleaner, and without any existential dread, right? Welcome to the era of ghost-written thoughts and outsourced originality. Savadi Carbon, welcome to another episode here for the Thunderpod, Mindful Media and Communication, where we're putting the finger where it hurts, right into the wound of your laziness. Because, hey, we are right now at a point where I think we could call this the laziness apocalypse, or the apocalypse of the first draft, whatever fits best. Because hey, let's not lie to ourselves. First draft of anything that you ever written, thought of, created, always, pardon my French, sucked. It's messy, it's self-conscious, it's a bit embarrassing, but it's also where actual work happens, right? You're writing something down, or you think about something, you're coding something, it sucks, and you're like, okay, this didn't work, damn it, I'm stupid, but maybe that works. Now, don't even have to do it. AI offers the illusion of skipping that step. Just throw in a prompt, get a result, tweak it, tweak a line, maybe tweak 2 lines because, hey, we are creative and customizing, and boom, publish. You got it. The thing is, though, you didn't get it. You don't have it. Because you're not just losing time in front of a blinking cursor or like on a notepad even, God forbid. You're losing friction. And friction, figuring out how to overcome hurdles, that's where original thinking forms. And now the question is like, why is it discomfort when you get something that's good enough in 12 seconds? Well, because sometimes discomfort is the actual progress. There was a trap. The question was a trap. I hope you realized that. So, as yes theory would say, seek discomfort. And follow Add Reality in Beta, because that's my book that's coming up, where I explain exactly why this is happening. Right now, we are moving from writing our own stuff, our own creative stuff, to assembly line authorship. Yeah, we used to write, then we edit it. Now we prompt, give me an article about, hey. Yeah, I didn't just change how we generate content. It's changing our relationship to authorship and to what we consider good, bad, decent content. It's not my voice, it's my input. The machine fills the rest. And so we're at a space right now where ghostwriting meets automation. Only now the ghost is writing isn't a person, it's a language model trained on 1 trillion ghosts. And to stick with the honesty, the more we rely on it, the more our first drafts start sounding like everybody else's. Yeah, as a prof at uni, I can tell you, I have read so many assignments now these past 3 years that's sounding all the same. Wonder why. And it's just an assignment, it's just one thing, who cares? Yeah. But if it really affects the way you think, the way you behave, then I think not only me who should care, you should care too. That's now where, welcome to the communication theories part, where communication theory enters the prompt, the chat. You got a few that we're familiar with, and I try to explain how they relate. Okay, so one that we discussed before, media equation theory. What does it mean? Well, in this case, it means we treat media like it's human, even when we know it's not. So when AI writes something pretty good, we attribute value to it as if a person would have done that. That leads to us being more likely to trust it, to use it, and like let it stand in front of our own effort. Yeah, we're not expecting perfection because we don't expect perfection from people. So if AI gives you something that's not perfect, it's not great, that's just okay, you're like, well, if a person would have done it, it's okay. It's okay, I just take it. So it stands in front of your own effort. Because if you would have done it all by yourself, you wouldn't have gone with, yeah, okay. You would have worked harder to make it as good as possible. Now you don't do that anymore. The second one, talked about this quite a few times over the past few weeks, the elaboration likelihood model. Remember that? So right now we're shifting from effortful cognition to shortcut heavy prompting. So we slide from the central, where we did our work, to the peripheral route of persuasion, if you will. That means the content looks fine. It scans well, but cool. Enter check Peralta. So why think harder? It's not necessary. It scans well enough. It's okay. It has a few buzzwords in there. All good. Yeah? Is it? Third, cognitive offloading. Why should we store or generate information when we can just retrieve it, right? Except offloading our thinking to AI also means outsourcing the messy, personal, and sometimes vulnerable process of creation, right? You're thinking, figuring things out, you keep thinking more, harder, you're frustrated, and then you have an idea. This whole process is being outsourced now. You don't even need to go through all of that anymore to get the answer that is okay enough from AI. And that whole thing, what I just mentioned, that cognitive offloading, that doesn't just rewire how we write, which, okay, whatever, but it also rewires how we relate to what we have, to what was written. So that we're okay with more content. And it's not just about writing, it's about content creation on social media, on your TikTok reel, and so on as well. Yeah, we are becoming more okay with content. And yes, that's the academic way of saying it. It's exactly what I think when I see this content. And I was about to rant even more. I'm sticking to my calm voice right now. There's one more thing that impacts the way we handle this whole mess right now. And before you say, hey, you're just a hater, let's be clear. We use AI a lot. I love it. AI can help you be more creative if you already have a strong internal compass. But if you don't, you probably mistake coherence for insight. AI can be rather convincing, telling you that it knows what it's talking about, even if it's not. Or you might convince fluidity for originality. The AI can be very fluid. Doesn't mean that it's original. You might mistake pattern for punch. AI is great like pattern recognition and giving you a few cool patterns, and you're like, hey, that's a funny conclusion at the end. But it's not a real punch. That's just what it learned from like that many other articles out there. But if we are not careful and we buy into those mistakes, eventually we stop asking, is this me? And start asking, is this enough? And that first draft, that place where you figure things out, you figure out what you actually really think, just becomes another checkbox in the prompt pipeline. Okay, done, next. We really want that. And that's where now discipline comes into play. Oh God, such a boring word, right? The discipline in this case of thinking for yourself. And the thing is, I know it's exhausting and you have so many things to do, but drafts are still powerful if we actually are disciplined enough to have them. Why? Because they're uncomfortable. They force you to wrestle with ambiguity, with contradiction, and with self-doubt. We don't want that, but it's good to face it. At first drafts, they aren't optimized. They shouldn't be. They're not tidy. They shouldn't be. But you know what they are? They're yours. And that's what they should be. So when you skip that first draft part entirely, you risk creating without actually connecting. Saying without meaning. Publishing without purpose. Is this what you want? Is this what your audience wants? So maybe next time you write the first paragraph yourself, and then you prompt, and then you compare. Don't be satisfied with the first prompt or the first result that's given to you. If you actually end up comparing, you will probably see which version sounds more human with something real to say. To be clear, again, I'm not hating on AI. I don't say AI is killing the first draft. I say we are killing the first draft. We're tired. We're busy. And, well, we're killing it because we can. But if you ever read something that truly moved you, you know it didn't come from an auto-generated template. It came from someone staring into the void and deciding to write anyways. So, yeah. How about the one thing we don't outsource is our own voice before it even had a chance to form. Use all the tools at your disposal, of course, but do own the draft. And now draft your comments and then hit publish, hit enter. Let me know what you think. What are you drafting this week? Leave your comments here on the podcast or FunklyPod on social media. Until then, stay safe, take care. We talk soon. Sascha.